Hello, gorgeous people, and welcome back
to Sugar and Spice, your podcast exploring all things feminine through the lens of two very different women. I'm Sugar.
I'm Spice. And today we're joined by these two amazing ladies,
Woo!
Liz Cambage and Nura. Hello, welcome. Come closer.
Hello. Got you, girls.
Hi. So Liz is a dual Olympian model and DJ, which we love.
We love, and Nura is my best friend, best-selling author, musician, actress. She does all of the things in Germany. We love it.
We're so excited. This is like the energy.
Right?
Yes.
The end of 2022 energy.
Yeah.
This table is very powerful.
Yeah.
Very, very powerful table right now.
It is.
I love it. So we're going to chat all things dating. We're going to give the people all the tea, all the dating tea, and get your perspective.
I have to tell you guys, so I told my friend Nicholas, I was like, I'm going to go on like Lexi and Raquel's podcast. And
Yeah.
He's like, what's the topic? I was like, dating. Tell me why this man laughed in my face for a good 5 minutes and then goes, is it going to come with a trigger warning?
Oh my God.
And then he goes, how long is this episode going to be?
We need like part 2, part 3.
Part 4, part 5.
It's just all of the parts.
Drama.
All right.
Let's start off with outfit check.
Okay, cool.
Okay,
I'll go
Sugar, you go first.
Oh, guess first. Guess first.
Guess first. Okay.
International guest first.
Okay, international guest first.
Oh my god.
You gotta stand up.
So
Okay, so Nura is wearing an amazing corset by Raga Malik, my brand. Matching bikini bottoms. She's got the Dolce & Gabbana jeans. We love it. And some heels from
we don't know.
We Don't Know. And a bag that's vintage.
It's vintage.
Right.
We love it.
Oh, the glasses?
glasses,
They're Versace.
Oh, that's
I didn't even
Versace.
saw them. Like I was like, oh, okay.
I got you, girl.
Alrighty,
Okay,
Liz.
Liz.
Don't cancel me. I haven't had time to buy a new handbag yet.
Alrighty, so Liz is wearing a top from Raga Malik, pants from Carla Laidlaw, some Nike
Boring
Dunks,
dunks.
and a Balenciaga bag.
Controversial.
Contentious.
Glasses when I go back outside.
Gorgeous. We love.
So Sugar is wearing a gorgeous vintage corset.
Watch.
A beautiful, wow, gorgeous, stunning skirt by Raga Malik. Bag is Gucci and shoes are ASOS.
It's giving
Cute.
Greek goddess.
It's giving pixie fairy gorgeousness. Okay, now me.
Spice is wearing a gorgeous dress from Raga Malik, necklace, artisan necklace from Athens, a gorgeous Fendi bag, and some Dolce & Gabbana shoes.
Sorry, guys.
Dolce & Gabbana
Yes,
shoes.
on the table.
yeah.
For free? Wow.
All the food footage guys.
Love you.
We love. Okay, now back to the dating. Liz, tell us about dating in LA.
I was just
the
saying,
States.
yeah, my dating, whatever, history, collective literally switched when I moved to America. Like, I've never dated a black man in Australia, and I've never been with a white man in America.
Because there are no black men here.
They're just hiding.
Where you hiding, huh? Where you hiding, huh?
Nora's going to find you.
And how was that, like, dating?
It's the energy's so different. I think the energy's just different period in America. It's a lot. It's a lot. And especially me, a person with like my heart protected, my guard up, my mask energy always like protecting like my femme, delicate little heart. It's interesting. Like I feel like Australian men are super intimidated.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
so
For
intimidated.
sure.
But American men are just like,
Yeah.
like, ooh, my prejudice.
Yeah.
Why do we think men in Australia are so intimidated by successful women? Because it's true.
Because they're not successful, maybe.
I think men like to be in their masculine energy, and I think women that are really dominant and have power, it challenges that.
Yeah.
So it makes them feel like lesser men. So I think for women like you that are so iconic and have achieved so much in your life, it's hard for a man to match up. So he's going to feel really insecure by that.
I've dealt with a lot of insecure moments. Like I had an ex here. I think this is probably like one of the worst, maybe top 3 worst things a man's ever said to me. I made a lot of my money playing basketball in China, and I wasn't playing that year in China. And he looked at me one day and he's like, oh, I'm going to make more money than you this year. Like, that's good for me.
Oh, wow.
I'm like, don't say that out loud.
No, keep it to yourself.
He's like, yeah, I made more money than you. I'm like, what is this? At the end of the day, like, who cares what the bank account looks like? Oh, like for me, a relationship, all I need is like love, security, like dedication, loyalty. I need my best friend who loves me, right?
Yeah. 100%.
I don't want no scheming, lying,
That's
creeping
not allowed to
man.
ask. Like,
No. I mean, it shouldn't be, but it is.
Right?
Yeah.
Right?
Nura, what's your list? Nura has a little list of things that a man must have.
like being loyal, maybe.
Maybe.
Has a job. I don't know if that's too much, but we can just cut that off if you don't have a job. Like, no, but being loyal, having a job, being nice to your family, or like at least to your mother, your brothers and sisters, like being a family person.
100%.
Being funny. Like, I can't make all the jokes. Like, why me? I always laugh after the relationship. Yeah, you gave me that laugh. But still, like, that's not a lot to ask. Like, job, and I said, like, driver license. Because, bitch, I can drive you around. I need somebody with a driver license. Like, you can take my car, but just, can you drive?
That's a very, like, humble, sweet list. Mine's like a page. It's very simple.
What about yours?
My list?
Yeah.
Okay, so my man achieves all of the things. Has to be a family person.
Yeah.
Like, that's so important. Has to spoil me and be obsessed with me. Has to love my family. Has to be a Christian. Has to be kind and loyal and giving to people. Like, someone who's there for people. Someone who...
Not a greedy person.
Yeah. And someone who's very... masculine. I like that energetically.
Yeah.
I grew up with a very typical father who was very masculine, so for me that's very familiar.
Yeah.
I think when a man is a bit too this is gonna get me in trouble. But just a bit I'm quite a masculine person and I like to be in my feminine energy. And if a man doesn't challenge that and make me feel like he's the more dominant one, he's the more assertive one, then I'm like calling all the shots. I don't like to be in that energy and I very easily slip into that energy. I don't want to be that. So challenge me, you know?
100%.
Well, I feel like, I don't know if it's a Leo thing, but I feel like we're alphas in the streets.
100%.
Submissive little girlies in the sheets. Like, I need a man at home.
Yeah.
Like, I run my own shit day to day, but when I get home to my man, like, I need you to be a man.
I feel 100%. That. What's missing from that list for me is anxious attachment style is that communication. Like, I need to be 24/7 communicating to. Like, text me good morning, text me good night, let me know how your day is. That, with my current boyfriend, has settled my brain. I used to be a massive overthinker. How bad was it? Like, it was spiral central. And now I'm like, that communication needed.
That would be too much. That's like, that would be too much.
Yes, for some people find it too much.
I'm a bad texter. I can't give you this.
I
can't give you this, so I don't need it. Like, I'm like, oh, no, I forgot. I always get in trouble because I don't text or because I don't.
I guess there's different levels of attachment / communication, but I'm anxious, so I need it.
I'm like, fall asleep with me on FaceTime.
See, cute ass. I love that. I love that.
I love that too.
So, dating as successful women, what have been your experiences? Liz has given us one. Nura, I'm sure you got more, but Nura, do you have one in terms of like dating as a really successful woman and then men just being intimidated or threatened by it?
Yeah, and that's the problem. Like, most of the times I don't date people who are like successful. So it's like they always feel some type of way when I come back. Like, I'm like 5 days away and then I come back. And the main problem of that is if you are in a relationship with somebody like that, you have to make a schedule around that person.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to be the point of your life, like the middle thing of your life, but I can't. Like, you know what? When I'm gone 5 days and I'm coming back, that's the time that I can meet up with you.
Yeah.
And if you don't have time, it's like, so that's the main thing. It's like, so I now have to make like this and that because you're gone. Like,
that's my life. Yeah.
You have to. So that's the thing. And I also, because you said it, like, men really want to be the providers.
Yeah.
And this is what I'm taking off of them. So it's like, I don't know, I look like I'm. Do you know how often I say, let's split the bill?
Really? Wow.
Yes.
Raquel's like...
yeah, because like you
The crazy eyes.
you can't because
Split
that.
the what?
But I would
also
say
feel-
in Germany, I would
yeah.
say German culture is very, like the men, from my very little experience, bare minimum. Bare
I
minimum.
know.
There's no culture in like bringing you flowers, asking you out, picking you up.
No.
It's very,
No flowers.
No flowers and also no picking up. It's
Not even a dinner
hey,
date.
let's meet there. Or
Yeah.
like
I've seen a lot of women talk about this on TikTok, like that they're like, hey, let's go for a walk or let's have a coffee
Yeah.
or let's.
Yeah.
That's-
It's those like more of a first date. It's not like.
But I think that's very like a lot of friends that I speak to that have dated, like never lived overseas, it's very common to like meet on a dating app and just go for a walk as your first
Yeah.
date, or like meet in the park, or like it's not very romantic. But is that the apps? I don't know. I was like, I've never.
I
No,
really
but it's
don't know
normal
if
life.
my parents have just like, number one, like fucked me up in two different ways. Spoilt me so much that now I feel like I have some delusion that I'm a princess and I deserve so much. And number two, like even, I'll give you an example. I was going on a date and my family, we really gas each other up. If we're looking good, we let each other know, we go crazy, take photos, like we're very like that. And my brother was telling me, wow, you look so gorgeous. Oh my God, let me take a photo of you. You're so beautiful. And he said, you know, you better have like 000 on speed dial because this man's going to go into cardiac arrest.
Yeah.
And I was like, eh. So then I go on the date and then I come home. He's like, what did he say? And I said, he didn't say anything about how I looked. And he was like, this man said nothing about how you look and you look so gorgeous.
Yeah.
And I think maybe because my brother gets the other side of it, having 3 sisters.
Yeah.
He knows like when woman goes out, she does her hair, she thinks about her outfit, like it takes
a lot
thing.
of effort.
So it's such a small thing to be like, wow, you look gorgeous,
Yeah.
right? So I just was always like, okay, I can't date men like this because it doesn't feel familiar to me.
It's like a lack of romanticism.
Yeah.
I feel like it just
Yeah.
doesn't really exist here. I mean, obviously there's exceptions to the rule, 100%,
Yeah.
but like the romantic level
Yeah.
here is like non-existent.
And I would say it's the same thing for women. Like women don't compliment men.
Yeah.
I compliment
I
my
compliment
man
Yeah.
or any guy
Yeah,
that
yeah,
I see.
same.
If I think he looks amazing, I will let
Yeah.
him know. If he goes to the gym, I'm letting him know I see that progress. Those muscles are looking, you know, but I think it's not so common that women compliment men or give them that kind of treatment at the same time. So
Yeah.
yeah, I think it's a culture of lack of romanticism,
Yeah.
lack of love, people are stingy with compliments, like
Yeah.
keeping it in.
Also like the passion things. I think about Greece and like men in Greece, and the passion level is like off the Richter scale because
Yeah.
it's like European love.
Passionate.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
It's really
think I
beautiful.
need my next man to be European.
Yeah,
Like-
girl,
Because,
I'm on
like,
that
flag
side.
the flag.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, like once you go Mediterranean,
You never go back.
Right.
never go back. You never go
I'm
back.
ready for it. But back to like men and compliments. I feel like
Yeah.
a lot of men are really, maybe our generation growing up, maybe mothers didn't put enough like affirmations and complimenting their sons like onto their boys.
Yeah.
And it can really, like, it really shows like these men don't know how to compliment you. They don't
Yeah.
know how to
Yeah, 'cause
receive
they
the
weren't
compliments.
taught, yeah.
I feel like parenting styles have really changed at the moment where it's
Yeah.
like affirmation, like love your kid, love your
Yeah.
child, like put it all on them. But a lot of these men, and I don't think people say you attract like what you are. I'm not emotionally unavailable.
I disagree. Yeah, I disagree.
I'm like,
That's
I feel like I
massively.
attract the opposite.
Yeah,
And
same,
it's like we get in it and it's like no one knows what to do because I'm so emotional and
Yeah.
you don't even know how to process
That's
your
me.
emotions.
Yeah, that's me. I feel like it's like because you can't attract what you are, because I'm the same as you. I've never had, well,
Yeah.
I do now, but like my whole dating life, 10 years, never had a super emotional, or I have, but they've been like
I get them all.
other level.
I get all the emotional.
Yeah. Which is funny because you're like, not that you're not super emotional, but you're not,
I'm not heavy with my emotions.
Yeah.
But also what I've learned is that I'm avoidant attachment style. And usually insecure attachment style
Like
go for
link.
avoidant.
Yeah.
Like that's their type. So
Yeah.
I'm usually with a man that needs more.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why? Like, you know, I'm here. I'm very reliable. I'll always be here, but I don't have to be like texting you all the time or like,
Yeah.
writing essays. But like, I'm here and I will always do romantic gestures. I'm just not that. And I'm very emotional. I'm just not like needy. Like, I
Yeah.
don't need so much. I know. I feel it and I'm good, you know?
It's tricky.
It is. But yeah, I think there is a lot of men are emotionally stunted for sure. And find it difficult to give that.
We've spoken about having kids, and I've had this like full circle
Girl.
thought in my head.
I hope my mom doesn't watch this.
I think I never wanted boys. I was like, I only want girls. And Mikhail's like, no, I feel like you want a boy one day. And I've come to this full circle realization that like I want to raise really good men that can date women with like such like a really, really strong emotional sense that complements the romanticism, but then also just like me having an absent father, like never
and not having brothers. I
the
think
kid,
not
like,
having a brother.
yeah,
like
or the kid, the girlfriend,
yeah. Like I have one brother, and it's like the best thing that's
that masculine
ever in my
figure.
life because I have like a very like strong father, but also my brother's been like a second father to me, and having that masculine energy is really like. It's made me who I am. So I couldn't imagine having children and just, I mean, you want a girl, but I think...
I was all girls. I had my mom, my sister, and that's it. My stepdad came along later in life, but I think that absent masculine energy for me has definitely formed a lot of the way that I date.
Yeah, and I think
with me,
like all you three have probably had absent fathers. And so how do you think that has impacted your dating life and how you love or
Well, you've
receive
got nothing to compare it to. Like you always say to me, like, I know what it's like to be treated well because my dad, I watch the way my brother dates, my brother gasses me up. Like having that from women is one thing, but then I guess having that from a man, you know how to accept and hold yourself really high because you were always gassed up like that from a man, I think. Me personally.
And also that's the point why I'm like so independent because I never rely on a guy. Never in my life.
Yeah.
I had a mother that was a father and a mother.
Everything.
Yeah.
She did both jobs.
Yeah.
She really showed me like I don't need a man for shit.
Yeah,
like,
that's
she's the
so
boss.
true.
She's the CEO. Like she
You
took
just
me.
need the sperm. That's it.
Yeah. Like and I've got the sperm lined up. Like what do I actually need a man for?
Great.
Like I can bing. Like I actually don't need a partner for everything. But at the end of the day, I do want to bring a child into like a loving relationship.
Yeah.
But this I don't understand. I feel like people just settle for anything. And my mother told me never settle. Like never settle until someone treats you, ticks every box.
Yeah.
You know?
I totally believe that. I mean, this is like my first proper boyfriend and I was so picky because I was like, I know what I want, I know what I deserve, and I love being alone. I love it. I could be alone forever and I would be happy.
Yeah.
So it's not, for me, it wasn't like finding this missing puzzle piece. I fully formed and love the way that everything is. So if someone was going to come into my life, they were going to add value or they're just a headache. Like I don't need more headaches in my life. And partners can really drain the fuck out of life.
Girl. And everyone's always like, well, like, don't you miss so-and-so? Like, well, I'm like, do you know how much I love going to bed in my Egyptian cotton, that a stinky, snory man next to me?
Yeah.
Like, I'm good. I do not need a man for anything. It's kind of scaring me. Like, the older I'm getting, it's like I'm taking less and less bullshit and I'm getting more and more hyper independent.
Apparently the happiest people in the world are women in their 30s without children or husbands.
Gang.
Gang.
And we haven't reached there yet, but how is it dating in your 30s? Like, does it get better? Does it get easier? What's like?
It's like in the 20s with money. That's
Ooh.
I've seen
It
that.
feels like my 20s with money because I didn't even change like my look or something, but it's like I know what I want now and I know how to get it, but I also, if it's not like my fantasy in my head, how we met and everything, I don't want it. Because I'm very good. If you're not adding something up in my life, if you're not a plus, I don't want you in my life.
Yeah.
Girl, that
Do
part.
you find that you're both like more assertive with what you want now that you're in your 30s?
Yeah,
maybe more
totally.
accepting of shittier things when you were younger?
I think for me, I like turned 30 and I couldn't handle the energy. Like I'm very much like if I don't see you as my husband, I can like keep you as, you know how people struggle with like fuck buddies and stuff like that.
Yeah, nah.
Like if I don't see you as my future husband, like I'm not gonna fall in love with you. Like people like why aren't you dating like an athlete? Blah blah blah. These men are on so much other energy and women,
and you bring that
it's
into
like,
your life.
They carry that.
Yeah.
I posted a meme on my close friends the other night and it was just like, I know all these men like have another life, a double life where you're just fucking bitches raw and crying yourself to sleep because it's also meaningless and it's just draining you from your life.
Yeah.
It wasn't really a meme. It was more like the tea.
Yeah.
But it's so true. I can't surround myself and I can't exchange energy with these men who are exchanging more soulless energy.
Yeah, agreed.
And STDs. And when I say STDs, I'm talking about sexually transmitted demons.
Yeah.
I'm not even talking about the STIs. I'm talking about the demons, baby. That is what, I don't have the energy for that anymore. So like, you're a man coming to me, you gotta have your shit together and you can't be out in these streets because I can smell it on you. I can smell the desperation and I can smell the depression on you just like letting your soul mix with anyone and anything.
Yeah. That's why that's like, this is maybe a bit controversial, but I think that heterosex, this is a bit controversial, can never be purely physical. I think because there is a potential of a baby being born, I think there's an energy exchange. Hence why I've never been a one night stand girly. Like I've never been that type of girl because I believe that if you're allowing a man into your life, you're having that energy inside of you. That person's a shit person and you don't know them. I feel like you're regaining that energy. Not for me.
But we get so lost when we're young, like in your 20s.
Yeah, no judgment.
Teaches you
No
this,
judgment.
I need a PSA. Girls, stop letting that man come in you. Like, stop letting that man put his seed and his energy. That is his devil seed in your beautiful garden.
Agreed.
And I learned this, I was 20 when I was like, I still haven't let a man blow it up from that day. And it's like, people don't understand that a man putting his energy in you, it's like it's actually in you and it's controlling you, and that's how like y'all get attached to these men.
All right, so as 3 women who have just said that you love your independence, as someone who has struggled with that, I think possibly abandonment issues, struggled to be alone up until very recently, for young women, how do you learn to love yourself so much that you just can claim your independence?
Go. Okay, people always ask me like, how are you so confident? How do you just like have so much time for like whatever, like so much comfortability with yourself? I think I was just so loved as a child. Like from my mom gave us so much love that even when I was a chubby little girl, in my mind I was a Victoria's Secret angel. I didn't know that you could be insecure. Even when I look back at photos, all these modeling photos I made my mom take of me, I look like trash, but in my mind I was Adriana Lima at the time. Like I was that girl. So I don't know, I think I've always had so much love around me that I've never looked outside of it. I was bullied in high school. I realized very quickly, like, I don't need friends. I have this army of a family, and that's why I'm so excited to have my own family, because I want to create that same thing with my children. Like, when I was getting bullied at school, my parents were like, yep, let's go. Now I'm with, my partner lives in Italy. My family's all like, should we all move to Italy? Like, we are one unit. We all support each other so much, and it's always been like that unconditionally. So I've never looked outside of that. I've already had that love. And I think for me, that's been my biggest superpower. That no matter what, even if I'm on the street, like I have an army behind me. I've always had that. So that's what's always made me feel independent. Like that, even if I'm alone, I'm never alone. Like I've got this. Yeah.
And same with me. I think it was more like my friends who also made it, because like I was born like Muslim, so it was like very strict. Like we didn't like, I wasn't naked like this haram body came when I got older, So, but the thing was, I had my friends and they were like,
come closer, baby.
No.
Sorry.
I was like, no, I can't wear this. And they were like, no, you have to wear slay pussy queen. I was like, okay, yes, I can. So after a while, and it's funny because this came from all of my gay friends. So all the gay guys were like, yes, you can wear it. Looks so amazing. Yeah, and then I was wearing it, and it was like very feeling myself. And I almost got more hate from women.
We've spoken about this before.
Jealousy, babe. It's called jealousy.
And like gay men gave me that confidence, and straight men tried to take it. And also straight
But
women.
I think, Nura, when I met you a couple years ago, I think you were way more wanting a partner, like way more like dependent on love than you are now. So what has been that change for you? Like what made you go from there to here?
I think I got independent. That's the thing. I was like, oh, it's so nice to be by myself and have money and just be in my bed, don't have to share my bed with somebody. And just like when I was young, I was like, oh, so easy for people to say like, oh, you have to be happy by yourself. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's easy to say
It's
that,
easy to
but
say.
you have to learn it. And it took me 10 years.
How do you learn
One
it
decade.
though? Because that's what I guess a lot of people struggle with.
I don't know, doing stuff for yourself.
Yeah.
Traveling.
Yeah.
Like working on your body, like
Yeah.
feeling great, like buying shit that you really look good in it. Like,
Yeah.
I think it was that. And also like having a home, like building my home, like having my everything in my house that I need. Like it's so funny, like buying like a kitchen, my first kitchen, buying my first flat and everything. This got me so independent because way back I was like, no, I need the man to build a house and everything.
Yeah.
Like, bitch, I can do it by myself.
100%.
Yeah.
I love that.
And Liz, what about you? Like, do you think that what made you so independent in that way?
I think definitely being raised by a super independent single mother who got me out of commission flats in London, got the money, when I was 3 months old, get back to Australia.
Yeah.
You know, she went from living with my grandmother and my grandpa in Coffs Harbour to like a mansion in Mornington on the water, just from like, and seeing her hard work and growing up, watching that, it's like I can do anything.
Yeah.
If you work hard and put your mind to it, you can find your independence, you can find your freedom. And I think having a role model like that, and then, you know, I've lived in China, how many years on my own? And that's like super isolating.
Yeah.
Like I'm playing in China, being the only English speaking person on a team. And black person for for months. I wouldn't see a person. Like, you think it's bad coming back here? Like I would go to China, I'd be the only person of color in like any city. Just like things like that. Just I had to.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have, most of my life, I've never really had anyone else. Even in high school, I never really had a best girlfriend. I really struggled to fit in. I was always head and shoulders taller than everyone, bullied, picked on, like cry myself to sleep, would come home from primary school being like, myself. I didn't even know what that was when I was a kid. But like, I really didn't fit in and I couldn't find my way. So I did have to become that person for me.
Yeah. Yeah. I love it.
I love it because I think we all kind of share that experience of having that moment of like whitewashing ourselves, trying to like alter the way that we look so we could fit in, hating certain features that we have because it wasn't like
straightening your hair, like
relaxing. Like, I used to get teased for having big lips in school. Girl, now you girls full of fillers. Like,
now you want them big lips,
right?
I love it.
Yeah. I think the more like even my younger sister, like in high school, she went through her own hurdles and I was like, I'm just so excited to see you on the other end.
Yeah.
Because I am so happy that I went through all the shit that I did because I would not be the person that I am now. I quickly realized being betrayed by friends, having pages made about me, people making fun of me, people slut shaming me. Like I went through it in high school and I'm just so happy I did because I'm so strong.
Yeah.
Like, and I don't need anyone. Like and everyone in my life is there because I really want them to be there.
Yeah.
I love that they're there. I love their presence. It's not filling up space. It's not because I need someone there, I need someone to speak to. Like everyone is there and I'm also so blessed. And I feel like this is like really interesting. All of the people that I'm friends with were kind of the misfits of where they come from.
So true.
Like everyone, our friendship group
We're all
is so
crazy.
scraggly. It's like from all different parts of the world, we all
so
come
true.
together.
Yeah, from different parts of the world, we've curated like a bunch of
No one's
misfits.
like, yeah, I love where I came from. I have the best crew, friends from primary school. Like everyone's like, I don't speak to anyone.
But look
back in the
at
day.
everyone is also successful.
Yeah.
In what they're doing, you know?
Yeah.
Yes.
And everyone pushes each other and everyone
100%.
inspires each
And
other.
also, everyone does something completely different,
so
which is
different.
crazy.
Yeah.
I love that. But yeah, getting through high school. If
the
you're in
worst.
high school right now and you're like suffering, just know you'll come out that
Push
end.
through, baby.
Yeah.
And you'll
Push
find
through.
your friends, you'll find your crew, you'll find your family, you'll find your place, and it will be amazing.
Yeah.
And also,
100%.
you have to stay true to yourself.
Yes,
Yeah.
Like if I
never
never stayed
change.
true to being like this crazy Melbourne girl, whatever, and you know everyone wanted me to be like the A grade athlete, like and not running off to raves, not like doing all this on the weekend. If I never stayed true to like what interests me, like music, fashion, art, I would not be friends with you today.
Yeah.
I would have
so
never
true.
met you dancing
At Rainbow Girl?
Like
Yeah.
I was like, who is this goddess? I think I'm gay for like a good month. I was like, what is
The
this?
two Leos came together and it was just iconic.
Like I wouldn't have met you in Bergheim.
Yeah.
You know?
Funny. And I wouldn't
I met you in Berlin.
We met.
You met in Berlin. I met you in Berlin in
Yeah.
the park. Like
Yeah.
it was just the energy, you know.
It's the energy.
You just like if you're still like if you feel like a misfit, you like.
It's the energy.
they-
You're like
Yeah.
magnetized.
You gotta
Sometimes
stay
you're
true
too
to your
special and
energy.
too
Yeah.
big for where you are.
Exactly.
And you might be too much for somebody, but they're just not enough. Like, don't ever feel like you're too much for somebody. Like,
Yes.
bring it. Like, why?
Bring it. Step up.
Yeah.
Step up.
We're not too much.
I'm
You
not making
ain't
my-
enough, baby.
Yeah.
You ain't enough for this.
Don't dim your light for anybody else's pleasure.
Agreed.
You keep shining, girl, boy, they, them, whoever.
Preach. Take me to church.
Okay, question for you, girlies. Would you date a fan?
Yeah, honestly, like everyone you date should be a fan of what you do.
Yeah,
They
that's
should
your
love
biggest
what
fan.
you do. They
Yeah.
should love you, and they should like wanna
Yeah.
you to be the best and raise you up.
What if it's like, oh, that game against this team, you scored 3 goals and then this happened and then at the quarter, sorry, I don't know terminology, at the quarter break, you took a sip. Like, what if it's that type of fan?
I'm like, babe, like honestly, yeah, they need to be a fan. Like, not too
Yeah.
intense, but like you gotta love what I do.
Yeah.
You
How
gotta
do
love
you
what
like
I do.
weed out a fan as opposed to someone who's just like maybe
user?
Yeah, a user, or like someone that wants your fame or your money or like.
You can tell because I'm
Yeah.
very down low with the people I date. Like
Yeah.
I haven't posted a man for over a decade.
Yeah.
I'm very
Posting a man is a
private.
privilege, so
Yeah, and like I'm the type of person like I'm not gonna pop out. Y'all aren't gonna know anything about me until
Yeah.
I'm married.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
it's like
true.
boom, dress.
Yeah.
Like I'll get
Yeah.
engaged. I'm not gonna post the ring. I'm not
No.
posting
Yeah, yeah,
until
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
in the dress.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like that's when you're gonna know. So
Yeah.
if you're trying to date me for clout, it ain't gonna happen because
Yeah.
no one's even gonna know you next to me.
Yeah,
You know
I
what's
dated
really
I dated
weird?
men who weren't fans, but they still used me. So
okay.
so
Yeah.
Use you how?
like.
Just to meet other people.
Meeting other people,
yeah.
like asking me, like, oh, can I come? Like, can I join you to this and that? Or I can do your pictures. Like, I can do this, I can do that. Like, and this person. Like, wow, I love this person. Like, we should meet up. And I was like,
No, fuck
Sucks.
that.
Yeah.
Especially from men, like. Ew.
yeah,
Yeah.
Not that it's any
Especially
acceptable for women,
from
but it's very
men.
like men.
Yeah.
But energy vampires are around, you know.
Yes.
It might not even be just for something like tangible. It could also be for something like energetically. You know, men and women, people can really
Women.
suck it out of you.
Yeah.
And you got to protect your energy. You got to protect
100%.
yourself. But back on the posting man thing.
Yeah.
So I posted my man, first
Oh
man
my
I've
God,
ever
this is
posted
trauma.
in my life.
Yeah.
And I was telling him, I'm not tagging until we're married. Down the, and then women were DMing him, finding him from my followers.
Yeah.
He followed me, DMing him, liking his old pictures,
My
trying to get his
miss-
attention,
The mistress from my first relationship found him.
and
through
started
Raquel and
following
started
him.
Sorry, the mistress.
of her first relationship,
first
not
relationship.
following
Like
him.
my first ever boyfriend cheated on me, and this girl,
Oh.
this random girl found.
Girls.
Girl, don't say his name.
Beep it out,
beep it
Girls.
Cut that bit out. We're not
Just
saying
gonna
this
put a
man's
beep
name.
over it.
Beep.
It's not true. It came out.
Okay.
But found him and followed him. This
Yeah.
random girl from Melbourne. It's like, what are you
And it's
trying
like,
to
you know
achieve?
what's so funny? It's so funny. I feel like I had an ex-friend who coined this term. It's like pussy by association. It's that because this person has been with you or had some sort of thing with you, then
Yeah.
it brings them. I mean, my man is very valuable on his own, but like you don't know him.
Yeah,
Literally
he's
from the
literally
other side of the
in
world.
Italy.
There is no need or desire for you to speak to him. But I've even had girlfriends back in high school that would just like to talk to the guy that I
Yeah.
was talking to, just to
I
feel
had
like this
one.
bit of validation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like for me, if my friend is into a guy, kissed a guy, even took a breath next to him, I'm like, babe, there's so many men in the world. There's no cat fight here.
Literally.
I'll fight over food. I'll fight over a lot of things, but a man is not one of those things.
Girl, you can have
Parking
him.
spot. Yeah, you
It
can
ain't
have
that
him.
deep.
Do you reckon they do it so they can see you guys together? Like
I don't know.
follow
No,
the
but I think they
story?
do it just to like make sure can I also get him? Am I
Yeah,
as beautiful
yeah.
as she is? And that's the point.
Crazy.
Honestly,
These like random
and
girls from Melbourne.
Especially
Random?
dating after you, like, I have, like, you have
yeah.
nothing like to achieve. Like, it's like, it's her ex-boyfriend. They're always gonna talk about this, and then they die. They're like, it's on their grave. Like, I had her ex-boyfriend.
I don't understand the whole like not confidence or what's the word?
competition.
Not competition or just
Comparing
not
yourself.
comparing. Sorry guys.
Well,
Where's she gone?
like thesaurus.com.
The whole like achievement of like bagging a man or a certain
Literally,
type of man.
should be the other way
Like,
around. Like,
Yeah, like, oh, I got him, blah, blah, blah. These men will literally fuck sheep.
Yeah, like it's so hard to get a man to desire you.
Oh,
Wow, it's
babe,
so
all
hard.
you need is
Okay,
like
so
a
I have-
pulse and a pussy,
Yeah.
and most men will like want you.
Yeah.
So
I
have
don't
to
get
tell
I
you.
don't get that mentality.
yeah, I don't get it either.
I went on a date before I came to Germany. Before I came to Australia. So I went on a date with a guy.
Yeah.
And we were having a talk, blah, 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 blah. And then, like, it was just a date, like, eating tacos. And then this guy, like, just dropped, yeah, I had a famous girlfriend. And I was like, what's her name? And she's also, like, a rapper. And I was like, So in that moment, he told me this is his girlfriend, his ex-girlfriend. I wasn't even interested because I don't want that shit.
It's like, yeah.
But I also like I don't want that she thinks because girls are girls, you know.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen. And also the thing was for me, so I would be a second famous girlfriend, huh? No, I don't want it. I don't want it. Like
I'm like that too. I love a man that nobody knows. Like,
Yeah.
Nobody knows.
Like get him from the sticks of like a different country.
Tasmania.
Like, that's my man.
Doesn't
you know?
speak English, doesn't have Instagram. Like,
The Instagram thing is the best. Like, it follows 300 people and they're all his friends. I'm like, it doesn't follow like Baddie Central.
he's a 10, but he follows all the Instagram baddies.
-5.
I'm a 0.
What does he do for work? Is he like a photographer? Like, is there
He's a doctor.
He's a doctor and he's doing that. Is he liking them? Is he like interacting with this?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
like,
that's embarrassing.
Like,
You know what?
Embarrassing.
I have a lot of
Embarrassing.
friends who are baddies, like IG baddies,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I see these little scraggly men liking and commenting their photos. Babe, she's never gonna see it. This is
Literally.
This is embarrassing. You
My
have a
ex.
girlfriend.
Also, just
You literally have a
because-
girlfriend.
Guys, just because we're saying that, don't stop doing it to my page though. Keep following me, keep commenting on me. But if you're my man, we're not doing that.
I don't care if he's got like a large following on Instagram or he's like very out there. Like that's not something that's ever, you know. But I also, it's so weird. Like one thing I've never ever thought about, maybe this is ego. People like get worried that their man's cheating on them or doing. I'm like, with who? Like I have never accused anyone of
dead.
cheating.
But you know what?
I've never even thought. It's never even come to
Yeah.
my mind. I'm like, who would he cheat?
Let's
on
go.
me
Let's go
with? I
back to
don't-
this Instagram thing because I'd rather have a guy who's like commenting like publicly than have a guy who's sending this picture because I have a lot of people, like a lot of gay men, a lot of men who send me my own picture as a DM and say you look hot.
Yeah.
Because they don't post, they
They're trying to
would never-
shoot their shot.
Yeah, but
I
they would
hate
never.
that.
They would never do it publicly
I hate
because they
that.
are in everyone's
I
DMs.
hate that. I hate
This
that.
is why they send
You know
you
what?
red flag. If he sends you your own picture and says like you're
Yeah.
hot, and he doesn't even comment or like this, sister, run away.
It's
Yeah.
a red flag for sure. I think also what I really hate is once I was running the Botanical Gardens, it's like a garden here in Melbourne, and I was just running, doing my thing, and somebody DM'd me saying, wow, you look so beautiful, you just ran past me, and now you're running back and I see you in the park. Habibi, come and approach me. You're really going to DM me on Instagram?
Very creepy.
Where's
also. I'm
the
like watching
masculinity?
you.
Go up to the woman.
That's
Don't
watching you in the
For
park.
me, like Instagram, trying to pick up through Instagram, it's so unattractive to me. I'm like, I need an in-person thing. I need a gesture. I need like a something. Get all your confidence up and come and approach the woman. Like, don't DM her.
I've got a question that ties perfectly to this. How do you shoot your shot with a woman that's out of your league? It came in.
Okay.
Instagram.
Well, I'm
Work on that personality.
So you are in the same league.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
all about person. If you're talking
Yeah.
about league physically, this is my. If you're a funny guy who's really
I
confident,
don't know what
yeah.
league means, but
Like, and I think my biggest advice for a man is to stand out. Just stand
Yeah,
out. Do
yeah.
something different that she's always going to remember. I still remember the guys that have done that, and I'll never forget it. Something that they did that was out of the ordinary. For me, it's like, yeah, that's what for me is like really gonna make you stand
Be
out.
confident.
Funny.
So you, like
confidence,
nobody like will see how much money you have if you're like just confident. You know, nobody will see what job you have. Like if you're just being confident. Like I see you running in the park. I'm like, hey, what are you doing? Let's go have a coffee or something.
Yeah.
This is confidence. Like,
That's hot also.
Yeah.
For me, it's like I'm not big on league. You know, I've dated promoters, I've dated DJs, I've dated tradies. Like at the end of the day, I don't care what you're doing, how you make your money. I care about like where you see yourself in life, like what you're working towards and your confidence. Like I probably only gone off on one date from Instagram. I think I've only gone off one date from Raya. That's the only dating app I've ever been on.
Yeah.
And everything else has just been, I meet you in the real life and I feel your presence.
Yeah.
And that's what's
that.
going to get me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like you're shooting your shot, you're literally just like airballing in the darkness. Like
Yeah.
my DMs, I don't even look at them.
So many people find it hard to actually meet people in person because of this like lack of confidence. I think
Yeah.
men have of like approaching a woman. They don't want to approach a woman anymore. It's like stand at the bar in the corner and like look at you, but
I
not
will
everyone
say
approach
though,
you.
I was saying this to my guy friends.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if this is problematic, but I was telling my guy friends that I love men in Europe because they come up to you like, hey, I just love that confidence. I think it's, for me, I used to be the type of woman that would go up to a guy and give him my number before anything. And then I realized I was going on dates with men who didn't have the same confidence as me. And they were saying things like, oh, I can't believe like I'm here with you. Like I'm so,
I can't believe it.
like, babe, that's
Oh
not
my
attractive. So now I give a look to make it really, really easy for them. And then if they cannot
To make it
have the
easy for them.
confidence- like
You
I
just
look
stare
and
at
I
them like
smile. And if they don't have the confidence to approach me, then they don't have the confidence to be with me.
Yeah.
But I was telling my guy friends, I was like, babe, just go up to her. Like she's gorgeous.
Yeah.
And he was like, okay, you don't know how it is. I'm an Arab man. I look at a girl, I'm getting called out. Like in Australia, we have this culture where everyone is like hypersensitive to things. Where I don't want to make a woman feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And if I'm approaching her, maybe it's going to make her feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Although there is like, we all know the difference between somebody who's like,
harassing you,
like, predator vibes, and
Yeah,
somebody
of
who's just
course.
coming up to you.
Yeah.
But here, I feel like maybe men are scared.
Yeah, it makes sense.
I don't know. In Europe, they just don't give a fuck.
That's true.
Like, they will
And
let
then
you know.
the Europe like borders on the line of harassment when you're trying to walk down the street, and it's like,
Same as America.
Yeah.
It's like headphones on, I can't hear
yeah,
anything.
literally like la la la.
I don't know why men think I'm gonna answer them when they're yelling at me and screaming at me and like ayoing me out a window. That's one way to not get my attention because I'm just gonna keep going the other
I wonder
way.
if it's ever worked. Like these guys that beep.
Yeah.
And they're like, hey, baby,
Oh,
come
no,
in.
This happened to
has.
me. This happened to
You
me.
actually went in the car?
You know, no. Like a guy was like, doing this like from a car, and I was just doing like an Insta story, and I was like, and then, I was like, don't talk to me like, and then I posted it. So then he commented on it, and he was like, bitch, I was just a fan, but. Can you just approach me like normal? Like, just get out of the car and say like. And the funny thing is that I posted it and people were like, he posted on his story that he just wanted to be nice, and everyone was like, "Oh, you're doing like you did him dirty." Like I was like,
Oh my God.
how did I do him dirty? Like he was screaming out of a car, even though you're not a fan or something. Like how should I
Does it come
know
back on
that
you?
that you're like that? Like
For sure.
sorry.
Be a decent human. People really don't know how to like.
It's not
the
that
basics
hard.
of
Like
communication.
literally, just be a decent human.
Yeah.
Okay,
Not that hard.
question. What are your biggest green flags? Like,
Girl, all I see is red. I don't even know what a green flag looks like anymore.
do you like when his like scene receipts are on in his text messages?
No.
No, 'cause
Yeah, I
then
find
I
that
have
weird.
to. Do mine then have to be on? Is that how it works?
No. I mean, it is. I think it's nice. Like he's got nothing to hide. Like he's seeing it.
true.
What's a green flag that you guys have?
I don't know. I've dated a man and he always wanted to like he put his location on all the time.
But is that because he wanted to see where you were, or just where?
I never
okay.
have my location on for
Yeah.
anyone.
Yeah.
To be honest, like I don't need y'all to know where I'm at. But I also feel like you could just leave your phone at home and go out still.
Yeah.
Like I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
very
yeah.
psycho babe.
Yeah.
Don't believe. I
I'm
trust
the same.
issues.
Yeah, I'm
I
the
think
same.
anything you're doing good is probably like a lie anyway.
And are you doing it to like to really overtly say you can trust me? Look, you can see where I am.
I
It's
honestly
like,
think it was like he was an athlete, and I think that I would just never trust an athlete, period. And this isn't because of anything anyone's done to me. It's from what I've seen around me and
Yeah.
online.
Yeah.
Like there's pages to just like dedicating and exposing like, you know, people in the scene and in the industries. And I'm just
I'm
like,
not going to say any stories, but I've had my fair share of things with athletes. And
girl,
yeah.
it's the ones, it's the ones projecting the most like wholesome, Catholic, happy family lifestyle that are up to no good. And that's why I'm honestly, I trust nothing and no one. So like, if you want me, you don't have to work for it, because I'm traumatized over here.
For me, a green flag is a man who's close to his mother and has sisters. Now, the sister thing can also work against you, because the first man I ever really liked, he had sisters, and I think it actually allowed him to know how women work, allowed him to be more manipulative, so he knew how to like, you know, rather than, I think usually it's a green flag for me because they understand women in a different way and they're connected to the female energy and they like have this level of understanding for women. I just love. I think boys who just have brothers, it's fine obviously and it's not a red flag, but I'm just saying for me a green flag is feminine houses, like with a mother, strong relationship with sisters. I love that.
I would say mine is like being able to be like 100% open and vulnerable in a very safe space and it never be used against you in the future.
I think mine too.
That's happened to
Mine
me
too.
so many times, and now with my boyfriend, so open. So I've told him like all the traumatic things that I've been through, like he knows every inch, and he's never gonna ever use that against me in a fight or like use my insecurities against me. He always tries to like shape me as to be a better person and the way I want to be a better person, and never hold it against me, because my ex did that, and that was, you feel like you've been ripped open, like someone has like broken your trust even more than having like abandonment issues. That was like the worst level of trust break.
And you will never also open up after.
No, it took me ages with my current boyfriend. It took me ages to be like fully open with things. I was like, you're going to use it against me. Like it's going to come back to bite me in the ass.
I hate that. I think similar to that, this is more of a friendship thing. I think as Leos, we can be very like big personalities, yelling, screaming. We can be a lot sometimes. And for me, I'm not a sensitive person. You can be like to me, Raquel, shut the fuck up. Like you're being too much. And I'm chill about it. But for me, what I hate is if any friend, any partner, anyone does this, they leave something that you said or done and they use it against you in 6 months. Like, you said this then, why didn't you say it then? Like then I think in this really, for me, I'm like all open then and there. Tell me what I've done. Say it, let's sit, let's talk about it. But do not hold and accumulate all of these things and then use it against me in the future.
It's really manipulative. That's like the basis of manipulation, and just, so toxic.
Sometimes people, it can also be a weakness thing. Like they don't want, they're too scared to approach it, whatever. So one of my good friends actually told me this. If somebody does something, you've got two options and that's all you have. One option is that you bring it up there and then. The second option is that you let it go. Those are the two things. There's no third option. Like you either let it go or bring it up. You don't wait in the future.
100%. Alrighty, so we're going to play Heaven and Hell, which is a game where we say like X and we say whether they're heaven or hell. So you guys, we have very different ways of dating.
Yeah, so heaven if it's a pass and hell if it's no. Okay. Heaven or hell. I actually didn't think of something.
Yeah. Can we do like some of the same ones we did with Laura? Or do we need to change it up? Okay. He wears Havaiana thongs. Was a big one.
Hell, Hades.
If you're at the beach, whatever.
I'm like a slide girl. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm a slides girl for sure.
Havaiana's a trigger. I'm a slides. I can do a man in a slide, but like something in between your toe like that.
No.
I have no icks on how you dress. Like none. For men, I'm like, you can dress whatever. Like as long as you rock what you're wearing and you have confidence in it, I really don't care. It's not gonna be like an ick.
It just came out so many times. I put out like, give me your icks, and everyone was like, men in thongs. Like multiple times.
I'm triggered by like those thongs, period.
Yeah.
Like I'm the same. I care about what I'm wearing.
To, like, Australia?
I think I think that's it. I think it's just Australian trauma.
Yeah.
Is it an ick for you? Is it heaven or is it hell?
It's a hell.
3 hells, 1 heaven. Or like 1 neutral.
Okay, heaven or hell, his best friends with his ex.
Oh, hell.
Oh, friends, just friends.
Oh, I can't.
Heaven.
It depends.
Heaven, because I'm also friends with all my exes. So like, and we're cool and we don't want to fuck each other or something. So it has to be like from both sides, because it can, if one side is still in love or something.
Yeah, is she like being like still in love with him and like still wants to fuck him, and he's been like, no, we're just friends? Or they're purely platonic?
Just friends.
This.
Well, that's what he's telling you. How do you know? What are you studying them?
No, that's hell.
That's how.
It's hell.
Really? Oh.
It's hell for
You
me.
don't need a
I'm
working like.
Depends on the guy.
Well, yeah, it's dependent. I reckon.
Okay. Next one.
Do you know what's funny? It's like here in Australia, we don't have the baby daddy drama or baby mama drama.
Thank
but in
God.
America, that's like something
Yeah,
that is
that's way more.
Heaven or hell?
Okay,
that
wait,
is
wait.
hell. No. The baby mama daddy situation is hell.
Oh my god.
He wants a child or he has
He
a
has
child?
a child with
Has a
another
child.
woman.
Can I tell a funny story?
Yeah, of course.
I went on a date this year with a 40-year-old, which I've never done ever.
Welcome.
In the Greek community, and therefore my mum kind of like figured out who he was. And before I went on the date, she was like, "He's got a kid. You can't go. Like, you know, I will not let you marry someone that has a kid. I want you to have your own start." And I was like, "No, I'm going. Like, I want to see what it's like to date a 40-year-old." And I went on the date, and then he told me because we'd matched on an app, but he didn't tell me prior. And the date was cute, and then I met my boyfriend, so I was like, bye. But I'm like, would I have stuck around and been the stepmom? I don't know.
Did you like being with? I've always dated older men.
So I had this realization this morning, actually, that I've always dated older men, but always felt in some way that I was like the younger. It was slightly not condescending, but I always felt like it was his life and I had to fit into it. And it was like, I'm already established. Like, I know what I like, I know what I do, I know where I live.
There's no
And I
molding.
always feel like a little level of condescension in some way just because I'm younger. And now that my boyfriend's my age, I think for me personally, I like to shape our life together, build our things together, rather than just like come into someone's life where he's already so successful and has his own house and lives in a certain place. You can't really be like, no, I don't want that. I don't want to live there. Like, yeah, I don't know, for me.
For me,
100% hell.
What?
100%.
Has a
Having
kid. Yeah,
like
Having
hell.
a kid is hell. But just of what Lexi was saying, I think I've done my age or even similar to my age. For me, like I'm beyond my years. I'm not my age. I'm not in my 20s. Like I'm 100 years old. I'm an old soul. So for me, I found that I was shaping these men. I was raising them. Every Mother's Day, I'm waiting for presents. Like I birthed you guys. Like where is my present for this? I don't want to raise a man anymore. I'm done with that. I need a man to bring me up. I want him to be established, have his own thing going on. I'm having my thing going on, but bring me up to you. Teach me some things.
Yeah.
I want to learn.
But they can teach you things in different ways. Like my boyfriend is my age, but he's also like very mature in his work. He's very successful, but I love he's silly as fuck. Like he's the silliest person I've ever met.
Yeah.
That's what I miss. Like dating older men to like I just got out of something with someone a bit younger than me, and it was honestly like the funnest
It was just fun,
like relationship.
silly.
Like it was the most I was ever able to be me.
Yeah.
But there's just so much of it that I'm just like, I don't know. That's the
Diffuse the
best thing
brain.
about
Yeah.
like younger, same age is
It's
like
more
just
playful.
more playful.
Yeah.
More childlike energy.
And
I
you also
miss that with
understand
older
similar
guys.
things.
Yeah.
Like you can talk about memes or like
Yeah.
things that are happening in like your
You can both be
generation.
addicted to TikTok and it's fine.
Also, what
Yeah.
I found with dating older men is that they're a little bit behind on social things. Like,
Like what is TikTok?
no, I don't mean social media. I mean like social awareness on things to say, on like wake up, babe. Like this is, and also I like traditional men. So that's a whole other thing. They're saying things that I'm like, oh, you know, and so that's the trade off too. Yeah.
Okay, so heaven or hell. Guy tells you he's gonna be at home taking care of the kids, and you can go and work and get the
When
money.
I birth that
and
child,
like
I am
heaven.
staying the fuck home. Like if I birth that
Raise my
kid, I'm not going
child.
anywhere.
No, for me, it's like it's taxing on my body.
100%. I'm
doing
taking the rest
all
time.
the work
Yeah.
physically.
Yeah.
And it's a lot. And so the bare minimum he can do is provide.
100%. I also want to rest. Like I want to be able to have
no,
my
but
baby.
the thing is, he has a very good job. You both have like very good jobs, and then in the end, you get the babies, and he's like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna stay at home the first 5 years.
Nah.
6
I'd rather
months.
do
Let's
it.
do 6 months each. Let's
Yeah.
do 5 years. Like, I don't want to be in my masculine energy. I'm not running after work and you're chilling
Yeah, and
with
I
the
want to be
baby.
like, you know, at home, raising, keeping, like, yeah, that's definitely the role I want.
When I think of like my future and raising my kids, I've always had the image of like my mother working while my grandma, we were lucky to have my grandma and my grandpa
same.
like look after me during the day. And so I just thought that was every family dynamic.
Yeah, that's
like
true.
grandparents
My mom was
are
the same. Yeah.
parents work, grandparents are always around. So
Yeah.
I know I was very blessed in that, but that's always been my mentality is like I want to raise my kids, the family around so they can help and we can both keep
100%.
working.
Yeah.
I have to keep working. I will have little businesses under my sleeve until the day I die.
Yeah,
Like,
same.
I'll be baby on the tit and like
Yeah,
running something on my
sure.
phone.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
I don't
I
know
love
how to
that.
stop, and
Yeah.
I never want to lose that.
100%.
You know?
Yeah, same.
But even
So-
that's a big thing for all the traditional girlies, because
Yeah.
I see this a lot on TikTok, stay-at-home girlfriend and all that kind of stuff. No shade to that life
No shade.
at all, but also be careful in putting your complete economic
Yeah.
independence on a man.
Yeah.
Like, really be careful with that. It might sound really alluring because you get spoiled with all of these things, but there is a cost to everything.
Yeah.
There are strings attached to everything that you have or every gift that you've been given. Or so just be aware, have something for yourself. Do not completely rely on any man. It is a
Yeah.
very dangerous thing.
Agreed.
Ooh, the
Hey,
tea.
The tea.
Church of
Okay,
Miss
last
Cow.
question.
Yeah.
Are you more sugar or spice?
You got to get through the spice to get the sugar with me.
Yeah.
It's like it's like the ring of fire with the goddess like in the middle.
I love
If you can get through all the levels, like you're gonna have all the sugar.
I love it. That's an amazing
Nura?
I
response.
have the complete opposite. Like before, I'm like so spicy, but then when you go in, I'm like,
I love it.
I'm exactly, my mum always says I'm a caramel koala. The chocolate, she's like, you're hard from the outside, but you're so gooey, but you don't let anyone
Yeah.
say
I
that.
think we're Leo. We're Leo's like to the T.
To the T.
We're big cats, but deep down inside, we're like